Hey, they say the moon landing was fake. JFK, man, they wanted him erased. Aliens and bunkers, government lies, chemtrails painting secrets in the skies. It's a co-host, dual voice, or the code, digging through the chaos down every dark road. New world order, we taking names. Bigfoot's real and he knows the game. Conspiracy chaos where the truth gets wild. From pyramids to lizard kings in exile. They hide it all, but we pull the thread. So buckle up tight, it's all in your head. Conspiracy chaos where the truth gets wild. From pyramids to lizard kings in exile. They hide it all, but we pull the thread. So buckle up tight, it's all in your head.
This is Conspiracy Chaos. Truth, fiction, or both? Let's dive in.
Let's go. We're back with another episode of Conspiracy Chaos. My name is RGB. Joining me, as always, we got Area 51 Anthony. Anthony, what up, brother?
What's going on, Raj?
Tripping over my words here early. Not much, man. Just gonna dive into it tonight, man. This one had a little local ties to us, not too far from home. We're gonna go a little 9/11 tonight, I think, bro. We haven't dove into 9/11 quite yet. I'm looking for our damn logo to put up an Instagram story to let everybody know we're live. But if not, make sure you catch us on YouTube or Apple, Spotify, anywhere you can find your podcast. Go check us out. Let's see what we got going on here. So, all right, man, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go 9/11. Where were you?
I was at work at my dad's at the store. Still at
Were
the
you
store.
at the store already?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I graduated in 2000 and went right working for my dad. And we were upstairs though. The building was like remodeled in 2005. So we were upstairs, and downstairs there was a bank. And it was actually not a bank. It was a financial planning office. So they had a TV, and everybody was crowded around the TV. And I went down. And I was like,
were you just walking in, or were you there already?
No, I was there already. I was there. I opened with my dad early that morning. And then I went down. I saw everyone crowded around the TV, and I went down to get the mail. And our mail guy, Mike, at the time was listening to the radio. He always listened to the radio. And he kept saying, he goes, "Oh, it was just some idiot fucking pilot," because this was just when the first plane hit. And then literally right when he said that, you heard on the radio them say, "Oh, a second plane had just hit the second building." So then he goes, "Oh, maybe it wasn't a pilot. Maybe we're under attack. Oh shit." I'm like, and I was only 19, 20. Well, yeah, 19. Just graduated high school, so I was just a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Where were you?
I was similar. I was just got out of high school. I was actually just turned 18.
Same year.
Yep. I was walking to just park my car. Very tough thing to do with HVCC back in the day. So I just parked my car, and I ended up walking through, because I had to walk like all the way across the campus to get to my first class. And it was like the 8:00 class or whatever. And as I walked, same thing, I walked past the student center, and I seen all the kids lined up around the TV. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it was at that point the first plane hit. And I was like, oh, hell no, something's up. Like, you just got that vibe. I had that vibe the other night. Luckily, I was wrong. But, dude, it was, when you got, like, you got to trust your gut. Like, as much as I didn't want to get up and leave because we had a great spot, like, I'm glad we did. Just because if, God forbid, something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of those things where, like, I was getting up regardless. I just wanted to tell you guys about it. You know what I mean? That's what was happening. But
you never know.
You never know, man. So I seen that happen. I ended up going home, and my father worked like a swing shift. And I woke him up. I was like, yo, man, you might want to wake up and see this. And I turned the TV on in the bedroom. And as I did, the second plane came in and hit. and like he woke up and was like, "Oh shit!" And it was like the first time I ever like see my dad like, "Damn, someone's fucking us up." Oop, 5 minutes in on YouTube, someone's messing us up right now, and well, that was like, "Oh damn!" Like this is real. Like this is our JFK. For people our age, we're in our early 40s. Like that's our JFK moment. You know what I mean? Like our parents had the JFK, that assassination attempts on presidents and stuff like that. But like Pearl Harbor, like that's our moment in time. Is we're always going to remember where we were during 9/11.
Yeah, man. I'm going on my Instagram trying to find this page.
WTC.
That's what it is, right? WTC. Yeah.
He posts some crazy videos up. He does some wild videos, but let's see. Quick recap. It's literally like I said though. It's one of the most defining moments, and it's kind of one of those moments too, bro. That like I was always into conspiracies, but like this one really got me into it. Especially when did you ever see the documentary Loose Change 9/11?
I didn't see that one yet, but I should now that I'm into conspiracies as well.
Jason Bermas put this out. This was on YouTube. This is when YouTube like kind of started like blowing up. This is like 2003, 4ish. Not too long after it all happened, he was at Oneana, him and a couple buddies, and they made this documentary. Bro, I'm telling you, you got to watch it. A lot of these clips that you're seeing on this Instagram page here are seen in that documentary. Bermas kills it. He's like, he works with Alex Jones and shit now. So
here's the thing. I don't know who was behind it.
2005.
I don't know who it was, but it did not come down. The planes did hit the building, but that's not what brought the buildings down. Let's be real. The way those buildings came down was a controlled demolition. Buildings don't just fall like that.
Absolutely not. We'll get there though. We'll get there. So in Loose Change, it was this was one of the most famous underground documentaries. It blew up online, pushing the alternative narrative, and just really like I said, got the conspiracy juices flowing for a lot of people, myself included. But obviously, like 9/11, was it exactly what we were told? There's no way these passports fell out of the sky and didn't burn if you got buildings falling to the ground, like you said. Or obviously, was it an inside job? So the government tells us that these planes were hijacked. They flew into the 2 World Trade Centers, the Pentagon, and then
did you know that they have
crashed.
no video footage of any of the terrorists,
Pentagon?
either from any of the terrorists from the day in the airport? You got airports that should have cameras everywhere. There's one picture that looks all fuzzy. That's it, of one of the terrorists. But other than that, there's no video.
Nothing going through security, nothing.
No.
They probably walked up on the tarmac in a limo and dropped off front row. It's so fucked up. There's so many videos and stuff that came out. So overall, there was 19 hijackers. Osama bin Laden, alleged leader. They planned to take these planes into the building. So these people learned how to fly down in Florida. They were trained. They never learned how to land. Did you know that? They only learned how to go up and fly. They did not know how to land. And the other thing that's crazy, dude, is the maneuvers. Some of the planes, like the plane that hit the second tower, I believe, was the maneuvers it would have had to make to get there are like professional pilots would struggle to do. Like no one who's done 13 hours of flight school are going to be able to take a Boeing 787 and be able to do what it did. So, I mean, the hijackers and that shit alone, like we were looking for a conflict in the Middle East, and this was kind of our way in. And if you look too, there's a lot of videos and stuff of Osama bin Laden in America when he was younger, like educational, like when he was
the bin
in college and shit.
Do you know that no planes were allowed to leave the United States except for
his family?
His family was able to leave. That's fucking weird.
Let alone George Bush, dude, when he was getting what those kids were saying in that classroom. Yeah. Like that right there. Is that? I wonder if that video's up there. Like
I think that with like the bomb, what there was the words they were saying. You mean like
like in plane?
I think that was. I think that's
steel.
I debunked that. I think that's
I don't
fake.
know, man. That's a tough one.
I mean, then you got Building 7. That
Building 7,
supposedly,
Building 6, nothing hit those, but they both went down. No one talks about Building 6. Building 6 also went down, man. Then you talk to about some of the firefighters who went in and they heard explosions. I know there's some video of that on that guy's page.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up that page again. See what we can pull up for a couple quick videos.
There's a ton of shit, man. I mean, a lot of these guys are like architects. Like, what's this guy probably is an architect?
Highlighted one line. I said I've highlighted a line that may be true. The rest of this is all false. And I'm going to try and explain why I say that. This is possibly the worst event since World War II. It has set nation against nation, religion against religion. And we now know that it's a fraud. You can
That's the worst
discover
part
the
right
fraud
there, man.
pretty quickly if you have the ability to read carefully and to look closely.
Let's
It wasn't done
Was it
by
real
Arab
quick?
extremists, and it
let's talk about too the people who didn't go to work that day. People who were supposed to be on certain planes. Seth MacFarlane, Mark Wahlberg, allegedly, were supposed to be on these planes that something happened where Wahlberg missed his flight, MacFarlane missed his flight. I think MacFarlane was allegedly supposed to be on Flight 93, and Wahlberg was
wild.
one of the ones going to the towers because one was flying from New York to L.A. or something like that. So something happened last minute, and then also, so there was $3 trillion or something missing, and
Oh, yeah.
and then
Good way to cover it up is just demolish all the evidence.
all the accounting was done in Building 7.
Yep.
So that's part of the reason Building 7 went down. And then you got, I think his name was Silverstein.
Yeah, who owned the building? He owned the
Yeah,
building.
he took out the huge insurance policy
Yep.
months prior.
And he
Like,
was supposedly had
this
breakfast.
shit-
He had breakfast every day, and that one day he didn't show up.
He didn't show up for breakfast. I mean, like, come on, man. That's not coincidence. That's just fucking not coincidence.
I want to see what Tucker says here in this one video.
Go ahead.
And if there's any evidence that the government's behind 9/11, I'd believe anything if there's evidence, but there isn't any. So knock it off.
What began to make me wonder, and I have no idea what happened to 9/11, but it's very clear that there's a lot of lying around it, was the collapse of Building 7.
What actually happened with Building 7? Like, that is weird, right? It doesn't, like, what is that?
right.
If you were to say something like that on television, they'd flip out. They would flip out. You'd, like, lose your job over that. Why?
So they have this incredible inferno in the basement that weakens the structure. Is that why it collapsed? Maybe.
Totally possible.
Yeah.
A lot of building engineers disagree with that, as you know.
Yeah.
And they don't think that could have happened in the way you just described.
I never questioned anything about 9/11, and I actively attacked people who did. I'm ashamed of that, but that's a fact. I did it on tape more than once. Because my feeling was, well, like, that's divisive or whatever. I was a child and an idiot.
But it's an entirely fair question. It is not crazy to ask, how did those buildings collapse in the way they did, particularly the building that was not hit by a plane? Like, what was that? And you get to a certain point where you realize people are lying right to your face.
If you call that into question, you had to ask a lot of other really obvious questions you didn't want to deal with. And you might arrive at the conclusion that a lot of your most basic assumptions are false and that you've been had.
But they're right to be very suspicious of 9/11, absolutely. And we can prove that because there are many thousands of documents still classified. That is proof that there's something amiss, that there's lying, period.
So this says there was a month-long elevator renovation that happened the same time the building
Yeah.
got an insurance policy on the towers. That's when the thermite was installed and the beams were cut. Firefighters and people heard the demo explosions.
What's that? The comment you're reading?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think there was a lot of people there. And this is one thing where they said they heard, like you said earlier, there's firefighters that said they heard explosions. The fuck was it?
So there's videos of firefighters on this guy's page, I'm pretty sure, like in the building. And dude, I mean, some of it does look fucking CGI, but like now with AI, that shit's hard to believe. What's this? Right there. This is the
the man who purchased the World Trade Center in July 2001. After September 11th, Silverstein demanded $7.2 billion from his insurers, claiming that each plane counted as a separate act of terrorism. However, on December 6th, 2004, the courts only reward him with $2.2 billion. Next, we have the put options that were placed on United Airlines, American Airlines, and Boeing. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, more than $2.5 million has remained unclaimed. As for 9/11 itself, Reuters reported that Comvar, a German computer company, is responsible for helping companies and accountants in New York restore their data from over 400 hard drives that were recovered from the World Trade Center's rubble. Convar recovered information from 32 different computers that suggested insider trading took place on 9/11. Richard Wagner, an expert at Convar. There is a suspicion that some people had advanced knowledge of the approximate time of the plane crashes in order to move out amounts exceeding $100 million. They thought that the records of their transactions could not be traced after the mainframes were destroyed. After their analysis, Convar handed the results over to the FBI.
This is kind of how
dude?
This is kind of how loose change 9/11 was. No, it was that. It was to get rid of information. It was
just a whole slew. Because this guy wrote, from what I hear, the Silverstein guy got lucky again when the bridge collapsed in Baltimore with a cargo ship. Apparently, the ship was insured. The bridge was insured in the amount insured. What did he write? This guy, he's speaking gibberish. Not sure if it's believable, but he's basically saying the guy got $1 trillion when that bridge collapsed due to an insurance deal.
Well, think about, remember before COVID when all the CEOs started fucking retiring or stepping down. Remember, like every time, like all these people started pulling their money, getting out of there. When something big's happening, that's what happens. You got to watch where the money is. Those are the guys who are making the moves and doing wild shit. What other videos you got from this guy? He's got everything.
Here's a firefighter.
There you go.
I had one.
I mean, there's no doubt.
Yo, those brave souls, though, bro. I'll be the first one to tell you I'm running away. They're running to it. Like
I don't believe the claim that they're just holograms and then the bombs exploded.
That's what I'm saying.
People saw planes. There was planes and there was people on those planes.
Those buildings aren't there no more, one way or the other.
I think though that the planes were like the decoy base, like they did the planes, but there was more. I guess I'm being loud. I got this schluck.
There you go.
But yeah. Anyways, that's bullshit. There was definitely planes. But I don't know. I think there was more help that brought him down, basically, especially when you see Building 7 come down.
So another wild thing is the passports. So the passports of these hijackers were found fully intact, dude. So did you ever see the thing of Passport Man? Mm-hmm. They have a superhero who's all out of passports, like an AI thing. It's actually pretty funny. If you probably just type in the search Passport Man, it might pop up.
Hold on, I wanted to see one more here. I didn't mean to back out. There was a
Passport Man.
You want me to find Passport Man?
No, you're good. Whatever video you're looking for. Don't put up something sad though.
No. It was the this one, the thermite.
Iron microspheres, as you see here, with the same chemical signature as the molten iron microspheres found by the U.S. Geological Survey and R.J. Lee. So we know exactly where all those billions of previously molten iron microspheres came from. As if we didn't know,
like
they're found attached to partially ignited red-gray chips, as you see here and here.
Well, is it found in the elevator shaft?
This is not made in a cave in Afghanistan. This is really high-tech stuff. It's made only in the most advanced defense contracting laboratories. So we can pursue this. Not me, not you maybe, but criminal investigators worth their salt. Journalists who are fearless in finding the real cause of the destruction of all 3 skyscrapers on 9/11, like this team did, who published this paper in the Bentham Open Chemical Physics Journal in 2009. What did they conclude? The red layer is active, unreacted thermitic material incorporating nanotechnology, and it's a highly energetic pyrotechnic or explosive material.
Dude, so there, I'll find you.
Here's my other question, though, Ant. Why were these planes, if they were going into the city like that, like, why weren't they shot down into the Hudson? Like, yes, the people on the planes' lives would have been lost, but it would have saved so many others. Like, why not put these things down over the Hudson? We had no planes to protect New York City, the biggest city in the world. It shouldn't have became a thing after that, though. You know what I mean? It should have been a thing. That just shows how sometimes, like, how weak we could possibly be.
Put our guard down. We put our guard down. But who really was behind it? I mean, that's the question. Who really was behind it?
I think we know. I think we know. I think a lot of people know. There's a guest I want to get on for this, like a real in-depth episode of 9/11. We'll get into some current events quick, but we'll make this a quick episode. We're looking like we got a guest for Wednesday night that I think is going to be really interesting. Talk about some Appalachia. We're going to go down Appalachia. Trying to talk with like a country accent, but I can't do it right. But I'll try my best. But dude, even the Pentagon, the hole in that thing would have been from a 757 plane would have been huge, but it wasn't. It was like a torpedo went through it or something small, like a subway train. Like there's so much shit if you really get into the whole 9/11. There's so much shit. Like this, how fast the buildings went down, like you were saying with the controlled demolition earlier, dude. Like, and they went straight down. Like, why did part of it fall?
It was clean.
Yeah, like if you see in like a house fire sometimes, or like building fires, apartment structures, bigger buildings, like half of the building will be, condemned, and the other half is still standing. The other half of the brick's still standing. What, especially what those buildings are made out of, they should be able to figure that shit out.
It's crazy. It's sick though. Yeah, we should do an in-depth episode for sure. We messaged this guy that runs this page, and he told us to.
That's the guy. The guy he told us to hit up. I've hit up. I emailed him.
Yeah, so let me see what this mess. I think it's my message here.
If you say the guy's name, I'll know it. I can't think of it right now.
Oh no, it's must be under the chaos.
No.
But yeah, this is another architect here. Like there's if you go to this page, this WTC page.
Yeah, they also that on his page too. He also talks about like some of the explosions the firefighters heard in the basements and shit like that. Like in the basement to take out the main structure of the building. Like the official story though, of Flight 93 is the reason it didn't get to Camp David or wherever it was allegedly headed. Was you got to give a shout out to the heroes on those planes who fought back against those hijackers. I think now something like that would never happen because people would be so quick to fight back. You would think, and it's a lot more thorough of a search than it was back then to get on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big thing. At least we can put our shoes back on now.
Yo, something funny. Coming back from Nora, it was good going down. Coming back. I don't know if it was just a random check, but Andrea got pulled aside, and they gave her like the pat down. Holy shit, man! They did everything but took her out to dinner.
Yep, they don't mess around, dude. It's a thorough search. It's 100% random. My buddy Neil always gets pulled off to the side. Every season, Lebanese kid, he gets pulled off to the side 9 out of 10 times. Dude, it's so funny every time we all travel together. But then, like, when you got to look at it, dude, you got to look at who benefited from it, unfortunately. Silverstein, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Mm-hmm.
You got the
U.S. government that buried the trillions of dollars lost.
The
Department
military industrial complex. That they just keep pumping money into the military. We've been over there ever since, dude. 25, 26 years. We've been over there since, dude. We got Bin Laden. We got what we need. Now we're going and going and going. There's also the theory that Hillary kind of sparked it all to go look for the Gilgamesh. That's a theory I heard too. I'd love to get into that with like Mark from my family thinks I'm crazy. That's a crazy theory to go down.
Yeah, we should have him back as well. He's another really good guest that we had on that goes deep.
I want to get him on to go straight up Skull and Bones, like the deep dive into the Skull and Bones. But and why don't you go to we'll go deeper into 9/11. I don't think we got the time for it tonight to really dive completely in, but let's see what we do have time for. We'll go to the Wheel of Chaos. I've been sending them to both pages. I don't know. You're gonna have to jump back and forth a little bit here, but
all right.
Pull one up. I can't even see it, so I'm just letting you pull them up.
All right. What's this one with Elmo? Is this a good one with Elmo here?
Take your chances, buddy. It's chaos.
I don't even know.
That's right, Grover. This is the fiction section. Fiction means it's a made-up story. Fiction means it's a made-up story.
But why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
The person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet.
First of all, lad, we've got to get all these medieval ideas out of
Yo, email Flat Earth Dave.
I know.
Get him on.
Discoveries in the centuries.
Buddy, I've been busy planning golf outings all fucking weekend.
Partridge indeed.
You were so mad
about
Sunday.
saying the world is round, they'll take him for a lunatic. The world is round? Yes, that's right.
Mickey, upside down, wicked.
A round.
Ibo, what is this?
This is the Earth.
But why is it round?
Well, because the Earth is round.
What is this, like Cleopatra or something?
That's right, Grover. This is.
That's it.
Okay, I know. 1 week before, this is a 9/11 one. 1 week before 9/11, shipping company broke its lease. It has held for 30 years and moved out of the World Trade Center. That's weird.
Yeah, bro.
Like
Fucking.
they knew something was happening.
Something was coming. Oh, this is dope. I sent you this picture today. This is local to us, dude.
Fossilized forest near Cairo, New York, dating back 386 million years, strangely echoes an Iroquois legend of the first garden.
Garden of Eden. That first garden. Are we living near the Holy Land, bro? That's interesting, though.
It is.
I seen that today. I took a picture of that and sent it to you.
There's golf. There's golf.
That's all golf shit. Yeah, I think then I sent a couple others. If there's more at the bottom, is there?
Did we open this one up? Oh, this was, I think we did the other day. Epstein victims. We did that the other day.
Yeah. What's the other? Go to the Chaos chat. I sent a couple things in there too.
Oh shit.
Oh no, this is just chaos. This is a shooting in broad daylight. Yeah, that's complete chaos. We might get flagged for that one. My bad. That's one of the ones for the homies. What else? Go above that. There might be another decent conspiracy one.
The breakfast.
I sent some into there a while ago. Which one's that?
That's the shroom expert again.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
But no, I think we're caught up, bro. I think we're caught up. It's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, there's nothing too crazy going on really right now, which scares me. I do know that the all right, no, we can talk about that we missed out last time. And search Virginia ice cream trucks. Do you see this?
Oh yeah, they're kidnapping kids, right?
You see this shit? Put it on Instagram. You'll probably find some crazy videos, bro. These ice cream trucks are showing up at like 1, 2 in the morning playing music outside kids' windows, and they're like sneaking out of the house to go get like free ice cream, and like they're trying to get like drunk like girls in their early 20s. Like it's totally like a trafficking, fucking kidnapping thing. Dude.
Sounds it.
Wild.
I mean, here's the thing though: was that debunked too?
There's so many kids missing, dude. all these. There's so many missing
was
kids
Virginia,
in
right?
Virginia, yeah.
Virginia ice cream.
Right, literally, it was right after we had our guy on from our guy Ernie from
back on.
Virginia. Is for conspiracy lovers. I got it right.
Here we go. Ice cream trucks everywhere. Nighttime in Virginia.
Looks like the purge shit.
Am I tripping? Because
You
I'm
ain't
annoyed
tripping,
that the
girl.
ice cream man is parked outside my house at 9 o'clock at night.
Looking like the Ghostbusters
Your TikTok
shit.
feed probably looks a lot like this. Dozens of video from everyday people suggesting children recently reported missing in Virginia are victims of mass abductions. But Virginia State Police say that is not the case. Here is what
Liar.
we can confirm. State Police, who oversees reports of missing people in the entire state, says 88 children were reported missing statewide last week. I know
Last
that
week?
number is startling, but state
like
police say
2
many of
weeks
those
ago now.
children are missing because they ran away from home.
Oh, state police aren't concerned that 88 children went missing in Virginia last week alone. Oh, okay. Well, that is so comforting. Next question. Why aren't they concerned? 2,300 children are missing every single day in the United States. That is a fact. When there is a spike of missing children like this in a state, and when people are reporting seeing weird things that has a connection to children, of course they are going to be concerned. Maybe it's just the cynic in me after following so many true crime cases and missing person cases over the years, but I believe if police tell you to look in one direction, you should look in the opposite from where they're trying to direct you. Virginia cops need to focus on finding those missing children and finding them now, because yes, I am sure some of them could be runaways, just like a lot of missing children are. But that does not mean that they aren't in danger. And what about the rest of them? Because not all 88 of those children are runaways, and cops know
Right.
that. So what the fuck is going on? I,
That's
for one,
right.
am proud of the people of Virginia who are keeping their foot on the neck of the cops who are trying to sweep this under the rug and pretend that nothing
So-
weird is happening. Because let's just
My thing is, why aren't they? Shout out to Homegirl too. Let that be passionate. But why aren't the police like every time they see one of these ice cream trucks pulling them over for suspicious behavior? Because it's a little bit suspicious to be all lit up like the purge at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m. Slinging ice cream. So,
Concerned.
what would you do if what would you do? You're sitting there on the couch, 1 a.m. You can't sleep, and all of a sudden, an ice cream truck comes rolling down the street. What is your first thought? Either the ice cream man is got a DWI going.
Go out and get my ass some ice cream.
Yeah, you would. That's the thing. Thank God you. Your mother, poor mother, probably had to pull you back from the guy in the white van offering candy or come pet his puppy 1,000 times.
100
Jesus.
children. So this was
Jesus.
This was
Go
in
get some
August
ice cream.
24th. 100 children missing in Virginia since the beginning of June. No media coverage. Amid missing children, rumors say creepy ice cream truck being spotted every night. I saw this ice cream truck last night in Virginia around
11 p.m.
Look at the kids out there getting ice cream.
Yeah.
Too.
That looks like an adult with them, so hopefully those kids are not on that list.
Suddenly seeing creepy VA ice cream trucks go viral when Mr. Softy has been visiting your neighborhood at 10 p.m. every night since last year, and everyone's been gaslighting you that it's not weird.
It's okay, baby.
It's okay, baby. Yeah, it's so creepy. It is creepy. Not gonna lie.
Like 7 o'clock would be like the latest my ice cream man would roll through, which isn't bad. Like that's in the summertime, 7:30, 8 o'clock
It's
when the
still late.
sun's still
It's
out.
sun's still
Yeah,
out.
like once it got dark, you ain't rolling through. You know, that's so crazy.
It's crazy for sure, man.
Fucking nuts. And then what was the other one I wanted to talk about? There was one other conspiracy shit I wanted to talk about tonight.
I don't know, bro. Nothing. No current, like you said, no current event.
No, it was a current event. It was definitely. I know we wanted to talk about this, and then there was one more current event I wanted to fucking talk about. I can't think.
There
of
was
it.
some Tartarian buildings out in.
Oh, out in the Bing, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty
That was
cool.
pretty cool. That
We
one
smoked the joint right on the stove.
Yeah, man.
That's the building we were at, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I
Yes,
thought
it
so.
was. Yeah, it was cool, man.
That was a
I don't
good
even know
time.
what that building was. It was a big, like, old dome and it had the big clock and.
Yeah, we should look into that.
Yeah, man. Bring Tartaria for a little road trip.
Man, what was I going to talk about? I had one other conspiracy. I should have said it so we remembered.
I don't know.
There was that going on. What else is going on, Ant? There's more going on in the conspiracy world right now. There's one other thing going on. Fuck it. I can't remember. We'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to talk. Hopefully, we're going to have our guy on from Appalachian Intelligence, our guy Ryan. So we'll be back on Wednesday if schedules work out right. We'll get him on.
Yeah.
Ant, you got anything to wrap up? Good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go, man. I'm pretty cooked. You know me.
All right, bro.
I'm ready for my bowl of cereal in bed.
That's right. We'll be back on Wednesday. I'm going to start pushing some more guest out on these episodes. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, follow. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube. You know the drill. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.
This is Conspiracy Chaos. Truth, fiction, or both? Let's dive in.